Not every sharp word sounds sharp at first. Sometimes it comes dressed as hurt feelings, quiet disappointment, and little comments that make you feel guilty for having boundaries. Nina was about to learn that love should not feel like a debt she's always trying to repay. It started with a simple text. Nina had been working late all week. She was exhausted. When her friend Hazel the Hedgehog texted her Friday afternoon, "Want to meet tonight?" Nina stared at the message. Normally, she would say yes, but she needed rest. So she replied, "Sorry, Hazel. I think I'm going to stay home tonight. It's been a long week." A few minutes later, Hazel responded, "Oh, okay." Then another message. "I was really looking forward to seeing you." Then another. "But don't worry about me." Nina frowned. The guilt hit immediately. She looked at the screen. Maybe she should go after all. Later that evening, Kitty stopped by Nina's apartment. Nina showed her the messages. Kitty read them, then raised an eyebrow. "That's interesting." "What?" Nina asked. "She didn't actually say it's okay." Nina blinked. "What do you mean?" "She made you feel responsible for her disappointment." Nina shrugged. "Maybe she's just sad." "Maybe," Kitty said carefully. "But pay attention to how often this happens." Nina wasn't sure what Kitty meant. At the time, it seemed harmless. But once Nina started noticing, she couldn't stop noticing. Every time she said no to Hazel, something happened. If Nina couldn't help her move furniture, Hazel would sigh and say, "It's fine. I'll figure it out myself like always." If Nina missed a lunch invitation, Hazel would post a picture alone with the caption, "Some people are too busy for old friends." If Nina spent time with Kitty or Bear, Hazel would say, "I'm glad you have friends who are more important than me." Always with a smile, always sounding hurt, never directly accusing. Yet somehow, Nina always felt guilty. Months passed, and Nina found herself constantly adjusting her life, cancelling plans, saying yes when she wanted to say no, checking her phone nervously, trying to avoid upsetting Hazel. The strange part? Nothing was ever enough. No matter how much Nina gave, Hazel still acted neglected, still acted disappointed, still acted wounded. Nina began feeling exhausted. Not from the friendship, from managing Hazel's emotions. One afternoon, Bear met Nina for coffee. He listened quietly while Nina vented. Then he asked one question. "Nina, when was the last time you said no without feeling guilty?" Nina opened her mouth, then stopped. She honestly couldn't remember. Bear nodded. "That's a problem, but I care about her," Nina said. "I know. Then why does this feel so bad?" Bear leaned back. "Because healthy friendship allows freedom." Nina looked confused. Bear continued, "If someone truly cares about you, they can be disappointed without making you responsible for fixing it." The words hit hard. A week later came the breaking point. Nina had an important presentation at work. She spent weeks preparing. The night before the presentation, Hazel called, crying, "I had a terrible day." Nina listened for almost an hour. Finally, she checked the clock. It was getting late. She needed sleep. "Hazel," Nina said gently, "I really need to get some rest. My presentation is tomorrow." Silence. Then Hazel laughed bitterly. "Of course." Nina felt her stomach tighten. "What does that mean?" "Nothing." Hazel. Another sigh. "I just thought friends were supposed to be there for each other." There it was. The familiar guilt. The familiar pressure. The familiar feeling that Nina was failing some invisible test. Except this time, something felt different. Because now, she could see it. Nina took a deep breath. "Hazel, I've spent the last hour talking with you." Silence. "I care about you." More silence. But I am allowed to sleep. Hazel sounded offended. So I'm the bad guy now? No, that's what it sounds like. Nina felt the old guilt rising, but this time she didn't run from it. She sat with it and realized something important. Feeling guilty doesn't always mean you've done something wrong. Sometimes it just means someone wants something you won't give. Hazel, Nina said calmly, every time I set a boundary, you make me feel like I've hurt you. I don't do that. You do. No, I don't. You may not mean to, but you do. The line went quiet. For the first time, nobody rushed to smooth things over. Nobody apologized. Nobody chased. Finally, Hazel spoke. Her voice was softer. I just don't want to feel unimportant. Nina's expression softened. I understand that, because she did. Underneath all the comments, all the guilt, all the passive aggression, was fear. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of not being loved. Fear of not mattering. But Nina had learned something. Someone's fear is not your responsibility to manage for them. I care about you, Hazel. I know, but I can't keep proving it every day. Silence. I shouldn't have to earn the right to have boundaries. Hazel didn't answer, because deep down, she knew Nina was right. The next few weeks were uncomfortable. Hazel pulled away. The guilt trips didn't work anymore. The little comments stopped getting a reaction. And eventually, something surprising happened. Their friendship became healthier. Not perfect, but healthier. Because for the first time, it was built on honesty instead of guilt. Some people don't use anger to control you. They use disappointment. They use sadness. They use guilt. Not always because they're evil. Sometimes because they're afraid. But no matter the reason, you are not responsible for carrying another person's emotions at the cost of your own peace. The people who truly love you may not always like your boundaries, but they will respect them. Because real friendship is given freely, not collected like a debt.